shit. The theme song. You only got minutes to go off in it. A hot minutes just to spark it, no talking. Listen to the boom and chase the move and know the groove. You know what's up. You only got minutes to get off all in it. A hot minute just to spark it, no talking. Listen to the boom and change the move. You know the groove. See the minutes, I get up in it. From the dirty, from the white beaches to the dirty 30. Gambling, scrambling, we jamming, we banging. Some parts of this old life, it's like dope slanging. See the moves, Abel, Cain don't coexist. The disingenuous is first to get hit. Don't trust these weirdos, that's how the street log goes. My foes in all aspects, see the pull the pistol. Get official with the chin checks, pull them down. Lick around, then look around, no witness. I grit this out, get folded. This world is corrupt and the dangers of this new shit. I bust quick, so bitch, you know what it is. I'm a band apart and we got all hard. For the numbers, for the gunners. We the fan, we will run up on ya. You only got minutes just to go off all in it. A hot minutes to spark it, no talking. Listen to the boom, chase the move and know the groove. Yeah, you only got minutes to get off all in it. Hot minutes to spark it, no talking. Listen to the boom, to chase the move and know the groove. Only minutes, you only got minutes just to go off all in it. A hot minutes to spark it, no talking. Listen to the boom, change the move and know the groove. We got big moves, carry big tools, collect plaques. And when it lands gold, just know we ain't going back. Matter of fact, we should have been there. Ain't nothing whack, shit's all pressure, can't measure, please know that. Move then react, drama is a rehash. No concern to me, ain't none of y'all burning me. Some of y'all bitch made will speak on the culture, but see-through is see-through, you can tell by the moves. Ain't like us, it's a product of my state. Some of these guys will tell lies and start fake stories. Generational curse, a culture of warriors, killers, drillers, keyboard haters, only elevators. We are the invaders. Buckshot spark, big hawking and squawking. Bird sucker stay talking. Now what's poppin'? See how you profiting. You only got minutes just to go up all in it. A hot minute to spark it, no talking. Listen to the boom, change the move and know the groove. Yeah. You only got minutes to get up all in it. A hot minutes to spark it, no talking. Listen to the boom, change the move and know the groove. Yeah, it gets hot. You only got minutes to get up all in it. Just a hot minute to spark it, no talking. Listen to the boom, change the move and know the groove. Yeah, motherfucker. Yes, now we're back in live. I had to do I had to reboot because there was just too much stuff too far away from me, and I was just not in the mood to be gaffling and grappling with shit. So, again, we are back, and as promised, I upped the production values. This is Studio B, Oktane Minutes Podcast, and I present to you the review of the movie Focus, starring mainly, who is important to this film, is Will Smith and Margot Robbie, right? So I finally pulled up the Wikipedia because I'm going to do it on my tablet, but my tablet is going through, I guess it's obsolescence. So I had to go to the secondary phone because I didn't want to carry no papers. I need to this. You know what I need to do? I need to just put it up on my computer screen and just watch it off my big monitor or my TV, which I use as a monitor because I don't watch TV. Not like I used to anyway. So, and just read my notes straight ahead so I don't have to go back and forth. But here we are now. Production value will get better, and it is getting better. So, might I add, as we're going into this new wave. I'm doing original songs. I was thinking in my mind, I'm thinking that the original songs could be something based around the movie I just watched. Or it just could be an original song to be an original song that is not on streaming, that is just strictly for the YouTube audience. And debatable, maybe, maybe not. I'll probably do both. But you have a theme song. I guarantee you a theme song bumped up against the actual footage. And you probably won't get a raw audio version right now. Because, you know, like I said, the production's changing. Production's going up in quality. Maybe. Well, I did say I am going to change the production. I didn't say it's up in quality. I'm doing some more tricks as I'm learning how to do this stuff, editing and all of that. And as time goes, I'll build it into a proper studio one day. I don't know. But what you won't find at the Oktane Minutes podcast is manosphere bullshit, because I know how to be a man. I know how to be a man. I'm a man. I'm here. I live in this flesh, in this reality, in this timeline, in this world. Even though my belief says we are off the clock and beyond time and space, for those who are deaf, dumb, and blind, I am on your timeline. So, let's get into it. So, starring Will Smith and Margot Robbie. And for this movie particularly, it is a very it is not a star-studded event off rip. It's not star-studded, really. Even though those people that are in movies, they could be stars, but they are not megastars. Will Smith is a megastar and a hip-hop legend. Margot Robbie is a it girl megastar. She's a big star. The other people that were in the movie kind of played their part, and they stayed in their lane, which was good. So Will Smith and Margot Robbie were not upstaged in this movie. They kind of just worked with each other, and their chemistry was really good. Thanks to the director, Denise Denovi. Denise Denovi, as we link to her, is a 69-year-old a woman, and she has notable films. The Heathers. Oh, she did The Heathers. That's a Christian Slater movie. Going Berserk for Those I Love. She directed Ed Wood, James and the Giant Peach. There's a lot of stuff. I'm not naming everything, but I am just giving you some of the more notable things that I recognize that you also, the audience and the viewer, may also recognize. Almost Heroes, Practical Magic, Original Sin, What a Girl Wants, Catwoman. That's that Halle Berry one. Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. Crazy Stupid Love. Little Women. So yeah, she does a lot of like female-centric stuff, rom-coms and stuff like that, which is cool, you know. And I would say this is kind of a rom-com too. A crime drama rom-com where, anyway, so the movie starts off, and I'm going to give spoilers because this movie's 2005, and if you haven't seen it, don't say I spoiled anything. Grow up. Just go watch it and enjoy the experience. I don't care if there's spoilers coming. I don't need to be surprised. I'm an old man. So I expect the same of you. So, that's why I start with this movie. Focus. So it starts off where Margot Robbie is chatting up some guys, and she's running little schemes, you know, snatching little watches, and she's a little pickpocket, a little two-bit hustler. And Will Smith is kind of eyeing her across the room, and then he gets to chatting her up, right? If you go into this movie blind about what's going on, you kind of can see, okay, well, Will Smith is just chatting up this woman, and see what's going, see where it goes. So they're chatting, and they're spending a good amount of time together, and of course, you know, it's going into one of the classic schemes in professional wrestling, the world that I come from. it's a prank. It's a rib. They call it a Mabel, where you get a young guy. You have a young guy meet a local area woman who is in on this prank, and sometimes you'll have another wrestler who may be coming into the territory while this young guy is just getting his feet wet and getting his chops in. Another wrestler more experienced sometimes will show up at the same motel while the young guy is naked on the bed or receiving favor. Guy busts into the room with a shotgun, pointing the shotgun at the guy, gets the guy scared, makes the guy march out naked, and sometimes, you take some money or some valuables off of them, and then you have a laugh. Wrestling is a twisted world, and sometimes I think we'll get into that one day. But for those of you who do know me and know me for wrestling, it's called a Mabel. Anyway, so they pull in this Mabel, and the guy pulls the gun, and Will Smith knows that okay, this is an old trick. I'm getting Mabel, and he's like, yeah, you know what? Shoot me, because in his mind, that's going to play into the story later on as we progress through the story. Anyway. So it's pretty good because I like the movie because it's a clean, clear cut three-part story arc. It starts off very slow, and it does not spend a lot of time slow. It's just them basically establishing the stars, the characters, and the world that they're basically building a world with just character work together, having a dialogue. And basically, Will Smith, Nicky, he basically says, okay, well, you got some potential, and we're gonna work a couple of things, and I mean, what I'm saying, you're gonna work a couple of things, and they get to talking, and basically, or Nicky and Jess, that's the characters' names. Nicky is the man, that's Will Smith, and Jess is Margot Robbie's character. Anyway, so they get to talking, and she wants to get in on the crew and get herself out to New Orleans because there's a Super Bowl playing. And it's obviously make-believe. Anytime the Jets are anywhere in the Super Bowl is crazy. But shout out to my NFL fans. Anyway, so they're going into this they're going on this huge operation about just trying to pull what they can. So they're going to New Orleans, and they're pickpocketing people. They're taking rings, watches, chains, scamming, putting up fake ATMs, doing snips. That's what that is, fake ATM scams, credit card scam. This is called snipping. Wire fraud, I guess. So they're just ripping people off left, right, and sideways because they're con artists. And it's a whole crew of people, so they're just raking in dough. And they have a special place of operation, so they're cataloging things and getting things up on sale and breaking stuff down, and then they clear out. So part of that second arc when they're in New Orleans has a good 3-part story to it, right? So there's a big arc where they're in New Orleans and this is major business. And Margot Robbie basically proves herself by snatching off some watches, just showing how slick and fast of a grifter she is. And they let her, they put her into the crew, and then they let her know how things are going. And then they go into these different grifts where there's a part where one of his other partners comes in, a hefty size Hispanic man who specializes in like machinery, snipping machinery that takes credit card numbers and ATM numbers and stuff like that. So they're building up to a big thing, and they're saying, okay, well, there's the big game. I got box seat tickets, so we're going to actually go because we already done robbed enough people for the weekend. And I think they made like $2 or $3 million just off rip. Anyway, unbeknownst to the rest of the crew, when they kind of got out their way, Will Smith says, "Okay, I'm going for a big score." There was a high roller in a box suite that he has these VIP tickets in, and Will Smith basically been working this guy without his knowledge. He basically started programming this guy, and then he's making these little wagers, and the guy's like, first they make a $10 wager, and the guy's like a super degenerate gambler. But he's a billionaire, so he's just like, he doesn't care. He's just playing with his money. And the guy gets in on the rib that they're doing, and he loses $10, and he goes, you know what? Let's make it 100. And then they keep upping the ante, they keep upping the ante, and they're going up, up, up. And the guy gets really froggy, and he goes, you know what? Let's play. He says, I'm having fun. Let's play some big boy shit now. So this is like in the third arc of the second arc, right? So they're going in. Well, no, this is the second part of the third arc. So they're going into this big boy game, and they're doing like little petty things. They're playing $100,000 games, card pulling, all that. Then the big one was, he goes, well, shit, man, if you he goes, you know what? I'm willing to bet $1 million that I have right now in my suitcase, and you trying to do something? What's up? And Will Smith loses. Then Will Smith says, okay. Well, Nikki says, okay, well, shit, man. Let me go ahead and get it triple. You know what I'm saying? Let's put two or three million on the table. I got the money. I can get it. I can get it to you wired in a couple of days if you want to bet that much. And the gambler was just like, but you know what? I like more money, and you've been losing. So, this is where the whole work comes in. This is where the whole program, basically Will Smith his character was setting this guy up to see 55s everywhere, right? And he goes, pick a player on the football field. And I guess the team didn't have a 55, but the guy, he had another inside man on the NFL team, which is kind of like a stretch of disbelief, but for the scene and for what they were doing, for the level of sophistication Will Smith's character was on, I think it worked good. So I thought it would work, and it was a good suspension of disbelief. So. And I don't know if that's something that's really goes on in the con man world, but it's a cool visual. Anyway, so of course the guy loses a shitload of money, and Will Smith basically just works the dude, makes the mark separate with his money. So Will Smith done tripled his money, millions of dollars. So the final act is when they're in a car and they're talking, and Will Smith is like, yeah, even though he has feelings for this woman, he knows he has feelings for this woman, but the rules of the streets, as opposed to even, the rules of the streets as far as a con man goes, he goes, well, we get this money and we don't stick around. We don't stick around each other because we go our separate ways, we go find our own cons, and then if there's anything big, we kind of reconvene. And this kind of like the breakdown of the relationship. So maybe like, I want to say maybe a year, a couple of years later, they split, and then Nikki finds himself in South America. They're in Buenos Aires. Dealing with this billionaire who has a sports team, motorsports, A lot of billionaires is a gentleman's sport, driving fast, horses, golf type-ish. So, at this whole scheme and upwork, there's another older character that makes his way into the billionaire's camp that Nikki is trying to work. And as Nikki is building up, building up the confidence of this man to kind of take him for whatever he's got, and to take whoever, on a big score, he sees Jess again. Then all the feelings start coming back. So that's what happened. The feelings start coming back, and he knows that he's breaking rules of the code and everything like that, but he just can't help himself. He realizes he has a thing for this woman. And the woman is basically like, well, this is my boyfriend now. And as it's revealed in time, she is like saying, okay, yeah, I'm trying to work this dude too. I'm not putting out for anything or whatever. I'm making this dude think he's gonna get something, but I'm trying to get all his jewelry and some of, and maybe a couple $100,000 to get up out of Buenos Aires. I'm tricking. Got the guy tricking. That's really what that is. Back in the old player days, or what the real meaning of it is, a prostitute offers sex, offers favor, but sometimes if she can get away with making this man think that he was getting a proper service and still leave with his money, that's what prostitutes really did. That's why the Johns who went to get serviced were called tricks. You trick him into excitement, and then you go on about your business, because most prostitutes back in the day were con women too. So yeah, they may have to touch it, but they didn't let that man in their body if they couldn't help it, right? Because in actuality, prostitutes were mainly just high class thieves. There were some players who didn't appreciate thievery, but for the most part, the prostitutes were doing that. Prostitutes were con women, Some guys they had the service just because there was no way around it, but sometimes the guy that they met in an alley that paid them $20, they go in the alley, in a dark alley. The guy doesn't know the difference, especially if he's a drunk guy or a guy coming from a bar or a guy coming home, whatever. Anyway, that's what Margot Robbie's character was doing. And as time goes, they basically try to get this guy's money and run off with his fortune. And the other mysterious guy that's with this billionaire turns out to be the mentor and or father to Nikki Spurgeon, who was talking about shooting his partner. So that's where Will Smith was like, he said, well, part of hustling is like you stick to the lie. Even if you have to get shot behind it, just make sure you get shot the right way. You get shot to where they're not damaging too much stuff. But if they have to get you shot, you just have to take that bullet to make sure everybody else is safe. If I'm willing to kind of get hurt to make sure that my partners got money, that's the honor amongst thieves. I want to make sure that my business partners have an out, even if I'm the one that's getting done in. So they go through that, and that's Will Smith's whole issue. And he gets his lung punctured. And basically he kind of gets messed up and maimed with no money, but at the end of it, he realizes that whatever Jess was doing the little watch snatch and chain snatch and shit, still worked. And they even though Will Smith's character got beat up and maimed up and everything, they still got away with them with something. So, because I'm getting real sleepy and I'm just kind of rushing through the thing, and we're already 20 minutes out. But yeah, no, it was a cool little movie. It was a very it had a very simple structure. It was not trying to be anything it wasn't. It was not trying to be ambitious, which was fine. Sometimes you have movies that'll try to be ambitious and lose the plot. They didn't lose the plot. They stuck to what they were doing, and they just kind of did their thing, which was beautiful. Beautiful. Margot Robbie looked good. Will Smith had an S curl. The movie cinematography looked cool. And I know it was on in the theaters, I don't know how many weeks, but no, it did not have a long theatrical release. So it's a good for DVD or good for streaming movie, man. If you really want to just kind of watch something and if you got an hour to kill and you just want to sit around the house and you have an all day, if it's an all day thing, it's a good movie to have. And once you watch it once, it's a good movie to watch repeatedly and to have on just to have ambient noise. So yeah, no, it's a cool movie. But I give it a C. I give it a C plus or B. But other than that, man, I mean, I just want to shout out to the Sob Sun fam. This is episode 52, by the way, Oktane Minutes podcast reviewing. And when you get the YouTube release, you're probably going to get an original song based off of Focus. So that be all. And we can wrap this thing up. You guys take care. And look out for episode 53 sometime in the future. This is going to the Clip House. Or maybe not. I don't know. I don't know. You guys take care now. Merci beaucoup. Thanks for watching. Bad religion. Stay on my mission. Swipe the ambition. If and quickly till you wanna come get me. No reply. Risky business, frisky night delight, swift on sight, swipe jewels and watches. Here to pop this, don't miss. Witness criminal elements, the elegance like an Asian elephant. Seen as an idol, die with the lie. High on the life and scheming, beaming. Ear to ear, this I hear. Focus, persevere, far to near. The score to settle the worth 1.5. Leave with the petty shit, I'm on with the griff. Move like Goshes, cue the beautiful music. Watch the waves, the game, it pays for days, but we do this for more than just flexing on strays. Addicted to the game, I love the rush of drugs. Doing this for the honor and thugs, bound by that, so please pass the gap. Blah. Bad religion, stay on my mission, swipe the ambitions. If and quickly, still wanna come get me. No reply, just die with the lie. Bad religion, stay on the mission, swipe the ambition. If and quickly, till they wanna come get me. No reply, you can die with the lie. We here to make statements, rake paper, broke rappers catch vapors. Hater adjacent, facing the maker of all things, creator of kings. Establish the plot, make sure the enemy never has to drop. I'm a sure shot, red dot, lay him down. Profound measures so drastic, tactics you get access. Put it on wax and you take thrills to the max. Through all of that jazz, fast gun, that's the task. Speed kills, thrills, spine tingling, action, splatter, shatter shit into shards of factions. Real shit, blasting whole cities, I be terrorizing, strategizing, getting weapons of all methods, plugged into the XLR for dangerous mic sessions, the world of aggression. Bad religion, stay on my mission, swipe the ambition, if and quickly, till you wanna come get me. No reply, you can just die with the lie. Bad religion, stay on my mission, swipe the ambition, if and quickly, till you wanna come get me. No reply, you can just die with the lie. Bad religion, stay on my mission, swipe the ambition, if and quickly, till you wanna come get me. No reply, just die with the lie. Bad religion, stay on my mission, swipe the ambition, if and quickly, till they wanna come get me. No reply, just die with the lie.